Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Fortnightly French, my series where I keep you up to date with how I'm learning French and different methods that I've tried and etc. Yes, it's called Fortnightly French, but the videos are not really fortnightly, but I am doing them as much as I feel like, you know, there's relevant stuff to tell you. So I will link the previous episode below where I talked about what I did when I first moved to Paris. I took some courses, took some upper B1 courses for a month, and then I had planned to take B2 courses for the whole of August. Unfortunately, I went to enroll for these courses and they told me all of the places are gone. So I didn't get to do my course, but I think it actually worked out better because the August course also had some lectures on like French civilization and culture, which I wasn't really interested in at all, and the price was like a lot higher because of those lectures that I wasn't really interested in anyway. So I did find some other language schools which I thought were also like pretty good, but I decided that taking another course probably wasn't right for me. The first course that I did, they made me buy some books. So I'm just going to quickly show you the books that they made me buy because I am still using them now. So maybe they'll be useful for you. So this is Bescherelle, and it's like all of the conjugations of the French verbs, and it also has some grammar rules in it. And this is like super famous in France and for French learners, but I never heard of it. And I think you should be able to buy this online. I think you can even buy it in ebook version, which might be better than, I guess it's your preference. And you can also buy this as a set with grammar and something else, which I recommend you do because it's not comprehensive. You know, it doesn't have every single rule in here, I don't think. I don't know. So there's that. Also, they made me buy a French dictionary which has seen better days, which was time consuming. I much more recommend, is that good English, that you buy an app for your phone with a French dictionary on it, because so much time I spent like trying to find words when I could have just typed them in. They also made me buy this book, which I'll tell you about in a minute, which is kind of like upper A1 to end of B1, and it has like all of the grammar. Not only does it have, let me show you a page. Just when I need an example page, all of them disappear. OMG. Okay. So it actually has the grammar rules explained, and then on the side it has exercises for you to do, and they're kind of in sections, and at the end of each section there is a kind of mini, sort of, not a test, but like a group of exercises that cover everything in that section. Then at the end of the book there is a test which they give you the answers to, but they don't give you the answers to any of the other exercises, just the final test, which is a bit annoying, especially if you're doing it on your own. But I still think this book is really cool. There is a CD with it. I'm not sure what the CD has to do with, I've not come across an exercise that has asked me to use the CD, so I thought that was a bit weird. And it is also available online, and I thought, oh, how great, I can fill in the exercises online and then it will check them for me. No, it's just a PDF, which you might prefer if you don't want to carry that around. And of course you can make notes on the PDF, but you don't have like text boxes to insert your answers or anything. You just write digital notes, I guess. So when I took the course, basically what the course kind of jolted me into realizing was that there's a lot of grammar that I don't know, and I was avoiding doing grammar because I hated it, and I thought that I could just pick it up naturally and just be able to hear which things sound right. which hasn't really been the case as much. So what the course basically showed me is when I didn't understand something they were doing in class or I hadn't heard anything before, it's just because I hadn't done it before and I just needed to go do the exercise in the book. So I thought the class wouldn't help me improve, it would kind of just tell me what I already know, which is that I need to do all of this book to know that I've definitely covered all of the grammar for all of A1, A2 and B1 before progressing into B2 classes. So I thought when I'm in the class and I struggle with something and the teacher helps me and explains it on the board, they're just explaining something that I could have read in the book. So what I really want to do is I want to finish the book and then maybe next year take some classes, and then the things that the teachers can help me with that I'm paying for won't be stuff that I could have just read in the book. So this is where I am so far. Oh, there's a fly. I'm kind of almost halfway through, still quite a lot to go. I'm filling in the exercises, even stuff that I thought I knew. I maybe didn't know the sort of exceptions of the rule, and when I have any like difficulties or questions, I'm starring them and then I'm going through them with my boyfriend, who is French, but you could instead star them and ask a French teacher, or star them and write on a forum or whatever. I don't know whether you could do this book fully self-taught, just because that on occasion it's not explained that well. And as I said, for all the exercises, here's a page I filled out, for all the exercises there's no answers. So great. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm working through this book. I'm trying to do an hour a day, and I'm on a 2-day streak. And the plan is to finish the book. I'm still listening. I'm listening every single day to French music because I'm here. I put the TV on, I listen to the French news. Just listening to it, I make fun of kind of funny words that sound funny. I like to just imitate, but through imitation you really perfect the different noises. Obviously when I'm traveling and I'm out and about, I'm kind of reading some French signs, I'm taking the metro. It's kind of what I'm doing. But yeah, in terms of actually French music, you can improve. I've noticed I've improved liaison quite a lot through, which liaison, if you don't know, is when you have like French words next to each other, when you say them, you sometimes cut certain sounds out, so they kind of all kind of slur together. Great explanation. I feel like I've improved my liaison through when I hear a song and I'm like, I'm going to learn that song, and then I play it over and over on YouTube. On YouTube you can actually change the speed, so I like to put it in 0.5, I get the lyrics up and I learn to sing that song. And especially when they're faster songs, you're going to have to do that liaison correctly, because if you don't do it correctly, you're going to have too many syllables and you won't be able to sing in time. The best artist I've found for this is Maître Gims. I think it's called Maître Gims. I'll put his name. I really like his music. He kind of does kind of rappy, but like popular rap. But you know, if you get up his lyrics, you have to do liaison properly, otherwise you will not be able to like rap quick enough. Obviously when you're doing kind of pop music like that, you are going to get quite a lot of slang, maybe cutting off sounds that should be there, but still I think it's a great exercise of speed. Trying to sing along to songs, it means there's some time pressure of you reading and knowing how to pronounce the word. Because of the time pressure, it's good practice. Yeah, I feel like I'm a bit rambling on, but that's what I'm doing, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.